So next up in our Women in Cloud International Women's Day Choose to Challenge Summit, we have Cloud Exec Connect. So that is a great opportunity to participate in advisory conversations with industry leaders on 3 different topics: career movement, business development, and investor relationships. So some of you may want to take a little bit of a stretch, and you're welcome to do so, but we're gonna go ahead and start explaining what Cloud Exec Connect is all about. And later today, please, we welcome you to stay tuned. From 1 to 3 Pacific, we're gonna have Rock Your Pitch. And I mentioned earlier that that's a session where you're really going to dive into exploring, really mastering how to nail that 60-second elevator pitch to get your potential customer or investor's attention. So with that, I'm going to invite my colleague, Chaitra Vidulapalli, to the stage to set the stage for Cloud Exec Connect and talk to us a bit about what to expect, what this experience is all about. Chaitra, over to you.
Perfect. Thanks, Raisa. And thank you to all the speakers. My God, that was fabulous. One thing I took away is make sure you're intentional. So are you excited for the Cloud Exec Connect? Yes? Say yes in the chat box. So first is, I was very inspired by the morning session. So I hope you were too. So what were some of your takeaways? My takeaway was to be intentional. So as we head into the Cloud Exec Connect, this is one of my favorite experiences of all that we have put together. This is where we meet one-on-one or one-to-many, and we become really curious in the conversation, not judgmental. So you really remove your biases. We are engaged. We are really engaged in a very thoughtful conversation. The time passes without we realizing it. It's so amazing. It just passes. This is where the magical connections are made to unlock access. I mean, really infinite access. So let me define how infinite access looks like. So when you meet with each other, you're actually creating access to people, resources, and economic opportunities, really economic opportunity. If you can come up with an idea to close a $25,000 deal together, that is an economic opportunity. If you're able to bring somebody into your organization and create a job, so you're really manifesting your goals together. So my $1 million question is, how many of you are ready to create mutually benefiting opportunities for each other? Take a moment. Excited to do that today? Say yes in the chat box. Well, with that, Raisa will come and explain the format and how the session will work and how you're going to network with intention. That means you're not going to be distracted. You'll take your phone, keep it away, you're engaged in the conversation. So Raisa, take a moment, give instruction for everyone, and then we'll send everybody to the lounge using our virtual limousine.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Chaitra, for setting the stage there. So as Chaitra mentioned, Cloud Exec Connect is really a time when the community can get together and have intimate conversations with advisors. So what does this mean? How does this work? So each of the advisors, depending on their expertise, they're going to facilitate an intimate, unstructured conversation to help the attendees navigate around those 3 topics we mentioned earlier. So career movement, business development, or investor relationships. So we have a great group of advisors that have raised their hands to participate in these conversations with you today. We have quite a few people here with us today, and I'm going to take a moment to just invite them up to the stage briefly to introduce themselves and have them actually share with you what their one word of intention for today is. So with that, I'm going to start bringing some folks up to the stage. So we'll start with Stacy, you can turn on your mic and camera. We've got Lee here with us today. You can go ahead and join me on stage. Just turn on your mic and camera. Zoe. We've got Jillian Musig here. Dan Langell. Okay, Lee, so we'll start with you since you're first up. So Lee, you can go ahead and share with us, take 30 seconds, tell us your name, a little bit about yourself, and what your word of intention is for today, what you have to offer in these conversations.
Sure, thanks for having me. I think, so I work at M12, which is Microsoft's venture fund. There's gonna be a couple other people that come up and introduce themselves that are from there as well. My particular role, previously I worked on go-to-market strategies and corporate strategy for Microsoft, so that's kind of my background there. In my new role, I do investment strategy and top-down investing thesis development. My intention for the day, I really liked what I heard earlier about focus. Put your phone away, don't think about anything else, what's going on, dog barking. Be here in the moment, and that's going to be my intention for the next hour.
Thank you so much, Lee. So next, let's go to Andrew. How about you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So excited to be here. I'm also from M12. I'm on a different team than Lee. I work on the portfolio development team. So I work with startups every day, helping them with business development. I came from Microsoft as well, but worked in channel. So great to be here. I got to echo, I'm all about that single tasking. So I'm really looking forward to honing in, and maybe Lee and I were both on the same wavelength there that Jenna got us on. So really looking to just be committed to the conversations coming up.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrew. Elisa, how about you? Oh, you're on mute.
To happen. Good evening from Spain. So Elisa Garcia Anzano here. I lead the market development team at M12, Microsoft Ventures. And basically what we do is we connect the M12 portfolio companies to customers. And we also work with partners, mostly VCs, to help out like sourcing like for M12, but also bringing back signal into Microsoft. I have a special passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and a bunch of the initiatives that relate to the ecosystem land on my team. And my intent for today is to connect with other people and learn from the questions that I get asked. So I'm really hoping to make deep connections and learn.
Thank you, Lisa. Let's go to Chris. Chris, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Torres. I work for Accenture and I run our Dallas Cloud Innovation Center. Excited today to talk to people about career migration, and then my word for today is probably just focus. Like everybody else has said, it's so distracting to have people pinging you and emails, and I have small children. Like there's all this noise around. So to really take a minute and find that focus.
Excellent. I love the trend that's happening here. Sharon, how about you?
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, everyone. I'm Sharon Hildebrand. I'm Vice President of Alliances for Hitachi Solutions, North America. And my intent for today is value. I have a business development talk track, and I want to make sure that every conversation that I have provides value professionally, personally. If I can't directly connect you with something within my Hitachi world, I want to connect you with somebody in one of my 50 plus ISV worlds, and just want to ensure that whatever I can do to help, it's loaded with value before I get done with our chat.
Excellent. Thank you, Sharon. Anoa, am I pronouncing that correctly?
It's Ainoa.
Ainoa
person. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. My name's Ainoa. I also work at M12. There's a couple of us here, and I'm on the investing team. So my day-to-day is looking for early stage startups and helping grow them to become the rocket ships of tomorrow. My intention for today is to motivate. So, you know, specifically, I think at the earliest stages of startups, like the seed Series A, there's a lot of female founders that maybe get discouraged, or, you know, it's hard to fundraise, and they kind of take terms that are, I'd say, less favorable than some of their male peers. And I see that really often. So in my panel today, I want to make sure that any of those founders out there who need that kind of extra bit of inspiration and boost of confidence, that I can help provide that.
Excellent. Thank you, Ainoa. Over to Kristen.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Miller. I'm the co-founder CEO of Stylize, and we're a software as a service platform that serves the retail vertical. So many of you mentioned focus and single tasking, and to be candid, I had a childcare blip today, and so I have 2 small children roughly 15 feet away. So come join me if you want to see multitasking done poorly at my table. My word for today is acceleration. I think, you know, having the opportunity to connect with all of you and have conversations that will mutually accelerate our businesses is just so exciting. So thank you all. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Kristen. Dan.
Hi, everybody. Dan Langell here, and I'm with Abnormal Security, where I have global responsibility for our Microsoft relationship. And I have 20 years in the Microsoft partner ecosystem. So my talk track will be focused on business development, and specifically on what's involved in why and how to build a business with and around Microsoft. So my keyword today is access. And I'm here today and every day afterwards to help everybody who wants to know more about how to be successful in building on and co-selling with Microsoft.
Excellent. Thank you, Dan. Stacy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stacy Tatum. I currently am a cloud data services specialist with NetApp. Most recently came from Microsoft, and I have owned a few companies. And so I will say my word for today is connection. I try to create access through connection, and then also share my experiences of both what worked and what hasn't. I do have some experience working with Microsoft with our entrepreneur community, and I am another advisor this year for the next cohort. So I'm really excited to just connect with as many as I can, and you know, create access where I can in our connection.
Excellent. And then last but certainly not least, Karen.
There it goes. Hi, everyone. I'm Karen Cohn. I am currently on the advisory board of multiple firms in the tech arena, primarily early stage growth companies, startups in AI and fintech. I'm also a venture partner with the Masters Fund that focuses on women entrepreneurs, women founders. What I bring with me is many years of experience as a board director, as the CEO of a growth company, as well as an executive with companies such as Microsoft, Gartner, MasterCard, and IBM. So I've been around a while. I currently don't have little children running around next to me like Kristen, but I raised 3 kids and I have grandkids, so I empathize with you greatly. I am happy to work with you in any area, whether it's business development, investor relations, or career movement, and my word is actionable.
Oh, I love that. Love that. We do have Zoe Braderman that's joined. So Zoe, could you go ahead and introduce yourself and share your word of intention for today as well? Oops. Oh, she dashed away. Okay, so Zoe is going to be available to talk about technology and tech conversations with a security focus. So let me, that we've gotten to know all of you, you can just go ahead and turn off your mic and camera, and I'll take just a few minutes just to let everyone know where to find you. Okay, so In the virtual lounge where you would have initially joined the session today, we have 2 floors available. So what you'll be able to find there is on the second floor is where you'll be able to find all of these advisors that just introduced themselves to you. So on the second floor, underneath each of the tables, it actually has the name of the focus and the name of the person that you'll be meeting with. So I'm going to share a little video with you before we move to the virtual lounge so that you are all ready to engage and you are set up for success. Are you all excited for this experience today and for the opportunity to connect with these people? Let's see this chat going. I'm going to start the video. And it's just a couple of minutes and it'll tell you what to expect and how to navigate in the remote virtual lounge.
Hi there, and welcome to Remo. I'm Paul Trainer, and I'd like to share a few tips and tricks for navigating the platform, which will definitely enhance your Remo experience. Now, this entire interactive window on your screen is known as the lounge. As you can see, the bulk of the lounge is occupied by colored boxes, and within each box, there's a table and chairs. So double-click any open chair to sit down, and you'll immediately find yourself in a video chat with everyone at that table.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, hi, Raisa.
Good to see you.
Hey, thanks. At the bottom of the screen is a toolbar with numerous buttons. The first button, just left of camera on, is the tile view. Click the tile view and you'll automatically open windows for everything happening at that table. So each person at a table has their own chat screen. Please make sure you can be seen and heard. Use the camera and mic on buttons to toggle your audio or video. If anyone is screen sharing, you'll see that window too. Right now, Raisa is sharing a copy of the agenda with the table. And see these 4 arrows in the top right corner of each screen? If you click them, you'll expand a screen to full view. You can share your own screen down in the toolbar. Just pick a particular tab or window you'd like to share, or share the whole screen if you like.
Hey, Paul, do you want to check out the whiteboard? I can stop my screen share.
Oh yes, thanks, Raisa. So there's also this cool whiteboard feature that you can use to brainstorm or collaborate visually in real time. Okay, Raisa, I'll see you later. I'm gonna head back to the lounge.
All right, thanks. Have fun networking.
Now back in the lounge, you can move the screen around to get a better look at what's happening at each table. Just click and hold your mouse or keypad and you can drag the screen around. You can also zoom in or out by pinching or expanding your fingers, or by using the scroll wheel on your mouse. Zooming in closer is a great way to see what specific topic is being discussed at a table and also to find out who's there. There's a concierge desk in every lounge environment. So click there to find someone who can help you troubleshoot mic and camera issues or offer whatever support you need. And, this is very important, please be sure to check out the sponsor banners on either side of your screen. Our sponsors have curated useful content specifically for this event, and clicking those makes the summit possible. It helps us, it helps them, and most likely the content will help you too. Okay, just a couple more things. See the strip of numbers over here? All right, that's the elevator. Each numbered button takes you to another level with more tables, but each floor is all part of the same session. So if tables get crowded, you want to see what else is on offer, or maybe you just want to find an open table for a quick one-on-one with a new contact, using the elevator buttons is a great way to find more space and open tables. The top of the lounge screen features 2 windows. This video lives on the left side, so if you forget anything, you can rewatch this whenever. And then the upper right window is what we call the billboard. Now there's always some relevant reference content up there that is specific to each event. In most configurations, the stage is between these windows, and this is where the speakers appear when it's time for a scheduled presentation or a panel discussion. Everyone in the lounge automatically joins the presentation and becomes part of the audience. Only scheduled speakers or those invited up to the stage can be seen or heard during a presentation. Now here in the presentation mode are 3 helpful tabs I want to show you with Grace's help. There's a Q&A tab so you can submit questions to speakers while they present. A Participants tab so you can see who's attending and even check out their profile. And these profiles are a key component of successful networking, by the way, so be sure to fill yours out right away. Finally, you'll notice the Chat tab. There are 3 chat modes. You can private chat with another attendee, you can table chat with the folks at your current table, or you can do a group chat, which reaches everyone in the session. Feel free to share comments, cheer, and use emojis. Just use it a bit more sparingly, especially during a presentation. So, those are the basics. Don't hesitate to ask questions, join open tables, and connect with new people. That's why we're all here. So, I will see you in the lounge. Thanks.
Okay, so I feel like everyone should be very much prepared for the lounge conversations. So with that, I just want to let you know, be brave in your conversations. This is an experience for you as the community to learn from each other. And, you know, ask even what you think are dumb questions. There are no dumb questions, right? Show up as yourself, because you are the only you that we have after all. So what's going to happen is we're going to go back into the lounge, and you'll see a timer up at top. The first round is going to be for 25 minutes. And then we'll come back to share some insights and feedback on what your first round of conversations was like. And then we'll go back for the next round, and you can change people that you're meeting with. Okay. So if everybody's ready, we're going to go in that virtual limousine, and I'll see you all in the lounge.
How was it? How was the networking for each one of you? For me, the time passed, and we were with Martha, myself, Joe, and we were with Lee and Carly from M12. Oh my God, that conversation, 20 minutes, just passed by so fast. We were talking about space technology. We were talking about autonomous. We were talking about AI. So I want all of you to do me a favor. Did you meet anyone interesting? If you did, here is what I want you to do. Give them a loud shout out that they really helped you unlock access for you. Did you meet anyone interesting? That's the question. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Share their name and what they talked about, and just have a conversation. So I'm looking for a brave audience member who's going to raise their hand, because I'm going to bring you on the stage. And basically you need to do mic on and camera on. So what you need to do is raise your hand, because I want you to learn is what were some key takeaways, and what did you learn through this networking? So who's coming on the stage with me? Journey, welcome, welcome. How was it for you?
It was incredible. I met with Inoa Mais with M12, and there was just a couple other ladies in the group, and we got to receive incredible value into early stage investment, and really what kind of strategies we can apply to be able to go after the investment in our companies.
Perfect. And Journey, what do you do?
I'm the founder of the Connection Lounge, the first online platform that feels like a village. We have solutions for love, money, housing, and community.
Fantastic. Was there anyone who changed the perception for you after the conversation? You may have had a great idea and wanted to did they change any perceptions?
Yeah, I would say that Inoa, as well as her colleague Elisa Garcia, was also there. And one of the key things that the perception that was changed for me was to not be scared to contact partners directly, and to really put yourself out there, and to with the new awakening around women founders and women funders, to really go after partners and express interest with them directly, to build the connections and to engage them early on.
And Journey, you were amazing. Thank you for being a bold audience member and also our community member. So here's your next task as we go back to the lounge. You have to find a business partner that you can do business with. So that's what the next project would be. So for all of you here, we'll go back to the lounge, 25 minutes. And I know you want more time networking. So we'll go back. Hopefully this one was fun and engaging, and we want you to have more fun. So let's do it.
Wow. Welcome back, everyone. How was that? What was a takeaway for you? I know that myself, I had some great conversations. There are some new people that I met today. So, how was the second round of meetings at Cloud Exec Connect today? Take a moment, share with us in the chat. Did you meet anyone interesting this time? Anyone new from the and different from the first round? Go ahead and give them a loud shout out in the chat. Excellent. Excellent. Great. Seeing a lot of connections made here. So happy to see you all still trucking along with us and engaged throughout our Choose to Challenge Summit with Women in Cloud for International Women's Day. It has been so remarkable. I want to actually take a moment to put a task to each of you. So what I'd like you to do is to take a minute and share your LinkedIn URLs. Let's see how many connections we can start creating today. So this and this I think should be a task that you take from this summit into next week. I want you to go ahead and schedule a meeting with 3 people that you met today and move the dial on your dreams. Can you promise me that you can do that? I see lots of LinkedIn links coming in the chat. This is great. I really, I'm so happy to see that you all really enjoyed the experience. What I'm going to do just as a conclusion to Cloud Exec Connect today, I want to actually invite up one of the advisors from today's session to share what they felt and what their takeaways were from the session. So if you were an advisor, go ahead and raise your hand click on raise your hand, and I'll bring you onto the stage and we'll have just a quick chat. And I want to hear from you what your experience was like today. Great. Okay. All right, so we've got Karen coming on. Oh, excellent. So we've got lots of our advisors. Just go ahead and turn on your mic and camera. I just want to hear from each of you. Just take a minute and let us know what was the takeaway from your conversation that you had at your table. So Karen, let's start with you. What was your key takeaway from today?
I would say my key takeaway was that the amazing women that I met had a very clear idea of what of an ask. In other words, they introduced themselves, but they also came back, and so some needed just advice on a topic, others needed a specific connection. But I was very impressed that they came and in a very brief period of time were able to articulate who they were, what their business was, and what was something that would help them obtain more access and progress. And that impressed me. A lot of clarity of thought.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. It seems that there was a lot of focus, and I know that was the word of an intent for a lot of you today. Let's hear from Dan. How about you? What was the key takeaway from your conversation?
Yeah, I think for me the key takeaway really comes down to just the amazing ingenuity that are behind the services and solutions that people who went to my table. It's just, I wish I was independently wealthy so I could just do this all day, every day, and not have a boss to report to, because this is far more rewarding being an ally than anything I do in my regular job. So thank you to everybody who gave me the chance to meet with you today.
Oh, and thank you, Dan, and thank you to all of our advisors as well. Let's hear from Chris. How about you?
So my table is discussing career movement, and what I really appreciated from all the women who participated was just their bravery and sharing their questions and their stories, and really saying out loud what they wanted, and then just the support that everyone had for each other to give them the skills or ideas or ways to move forward.
I love that bravery. That it's so important, especially to identify that around International Women's Day and Women's Week. Sharon, how about you?
Yeah, so I actually feel a little selfish. Learned some insight myself from the amazing women that I met. Thank you all for your time. So as an Alliances director, one of the things I shared for the women who had their own businesses, Hitachi Solutions is prioritizing onboarding women-owned companies right now from an alliance partnership standpoint. So I was here to meet as many women who are interested in looking at expanding their partnerships as possible. And I learned that there's just, I can't think of a business model type that right now, because we are a 3-cloud company, that I can't form an alliance with and develop value from. So for those of you that I met, please follow up with me. If you're a women-owned business, check out Hitachi Solutions, ping me, and let me know if you want to talk about expanding partnerships, because we are prioritizing women-owned and using Women in the Cloud channel to do that right now.
Excellent. Opening doors every day. That's amazing. Lee, how about you go next?
Sure. Yeah. Well, first of all, I had a lot of fun. I think that what was interesting in my case is it was really diverse in terms of where folks were, what their kind of intentions are, where they are in their stages of their businesses, or if they're even in between. And we got through a lot of interesting topics that I think kind of cut across no matter where you are. And I think one example is, for example, Carly from my team had the chance to join as well. She's fresh out of college, about a year out, and everyone had something to say and be part of this. And I think the other thing, the most interesting thing that came out of it was the discussion around generalists versus specialists, given the diversity of thought that was there. We were talking about a book that some of us are actually reading right now, and just what is the composition of a great team. And I think everyone agrees, whether or not it's represented in the workplace today or not, that all types of diversity marching towards a single mission is the key to a successful team. And I think that was kind of the underlying message that came out of my second session.
Excellent. That's so incredible. Stacy, how about you?
Thanks, Raisa. No, this was really great. I think the only thing was that I could have stayed there all day. I had met a really diverse group of women and men, and had some great conversations. Not everyone was on the entrepreneur journey, but we definitely we already connected. I made 3 connections. And plans to have, one-on-one conversations that would go further. And I think someone else mentioned, but I am just always so inspired by what some of these entrepreneurs come up with. Like, that was where I say, I could have nerded out on one of these, all for a length of time. And, I just am always inspired by these events and what people bring to the table. So super glad to be here. My word that I used was connection, and I absolutely feel like that was attained today. So really honored always to be a part of this. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you again to you, Stacy, to all of our advisors, to our speakers today, to everybody that contributed. I know that, we've collectively learned the art of networking, right? And become very powerful in this space, right? This day and age, it's very different. So I appreciate you all being open and leaning into the experience.